Hi everyone, welcome back. In this Selenium Python tutorial, we are going to learn how to drag and drop in Selenium Python. So dragging and dropping is very simple. We will be using the ActionChains class to drag the web element and drop it at a particular location on any web page. Okay, so before that, let me quickly copy the existing code from any of the files. So I'll select it, create a new file, and I'll name it as demo drag drop. Okay, so let me remove everything here and I'll say drag drop and change the method name to drag drop. All right, so what we'll be doing is we'll be going through this jQueryui.com website, and if you see the droppable section here, right, so what exactly drag and drop means? So many websites you would have seen that you can drag the web element from one location to other, right? So for example here, so this web element can be dragged and dropped at this particular location, right? So this is what dragging and dropping is. You can drag this particular web element, and if it is, it can be dropped at a particular location, you can simply drop it there and you'll see that this message appeared, right? So this functionality in any of the UI or any of the web application is drag and drop functionality, and that can be easily automated using ActionChains class in Selenium Webdriver. All right, so let's understand how you can do it. It is very simple and not tricky at all. So we just need to understand what class we have to use and what method we have to use in order to drag and drop. All right, so the first thing so let me open this particular UI first. So I'll just open this droppable page, and to open this droppable page, we'll say driver.get and provide the URL of that particular URL, whichever we want to open in this Chrome browser, right? And then what we have to do is we have to first identify the web element that we want to drag and identify where we want to drop that particular web element, right? So that is the first thing that we have to do. And then we also, let me go to the Selenium Python API as well, and I'll cover some of the details there. Just search for ActionChains, and in the ActionChains you will get all the methods that you can use for different actions, right? So ActionChains is the implementation or the class which will help you to do the mouse over, mouse button actions, drag and drop, etc., right? So if you just scroll a little bit, you will see that there is a drag and drop method here. So what it does, it holds down the left mouse button on the source element and then moves it to the target and release the mouse button, right? So you have this drag and drop from source to target, and then you have drag and drop by offset. Okay, so what offset means? So you drag a particular web element and then drop it at a particular offset on the screen. So X and Y offset you provide the coordinates, and then you can drop a particular web element at that particular location. So we'll understand how you can do it. So the first thing is identify the web element. So we'll open jQuery UI and just right click. Let me refresh this page, and right click, inspect. We'll quickly copy these locators using selectors hub and just open selectors hub, and then this is in the frame, right? So this whole thing is in the frame. So we have to first switch to that particular frame, right? We have understood this already in the previous tutorial, how to handle frames. So I'll simply copy this frame XPath, and then we have to switch to that particular frame. So in order to switch to the frame, we'll simply say driver.switch to and .frame, and then we have to provide the locator. Okay, so we have copied the XPath, so we'll say driver.find element. So the same way we find the web elements, we'll say driver.find element by XPath and provide the XPath for the frame. And if you see this red line here, simply hover over it and import the Selenium by class, because we are using the by class here. Let me minimize this. So now we are on that particular frame where we have these web elements, right? So let me inspect these web elements, and we'll simply copy this relative XPath. And the beauty of selectors hub is you see that if the web element is within the frame, it will highlight this is the frame XPath, and then you can simply know that this is in the frame, right? You see that in frame is highlighted, and this expedites the overall process. Otherwise we would be figuring out whether it is in the frame, and we have to go to this particular code and see, okay, yeah, this is in the frame, right? So this saves a lot of time. So we'll simply copy relative XPath and then go to PyCharm, and we'll say the element which needs to be dragged, we'll say element1. We'll store it in the variable and say driver.find element by XPath and provide the XPath for the draggable web element. right? And then let's identify the XPath for the drop area. So we'll simply inspect the drop here, and the XPath is droppable, ID is droppable. So we can use ID as well because it has the ID, unique ID. You can see that, right? So you can use either. So I've copied XPath, I'll use XPath. And however, if you have the ID, unique ID, preference is to use the unique IDs. All right, so let me change it to unique IDs instead of XPath. So we'll say find element by dot ID, and we'll paste this ID here. So ID is droppable, so we'll simply remove everything else and just use the ID for the drag web element and the drop web element and change this to ID. All right, so now we have identified the web element. Now how to drag and drop these? So simply we can say we have this ActionChains class, right? So ActionChains takes the argument driver and just hover over and import this ActionChains class, right? And then you can say dot drag will show you the drag and drop, and the methods will be available. So drag and drop from source and target will be available. So we'll simply use drag and drop and provide the source. So what you want to drag? You want to drag element 1. And where you want to drop it, you want to drop it at element 2, right? So that is the method that you have to use. And then very important thing is dot perform, right? Because as the name suggests, these are the action chains. So whatever actions a user is going to perform on the UI, similar behavior can be achieved with this. So when you say drag and drop, the method drag and drop does, what it does is it will drag a particular web element. It will click on a particular web element, hold it, drag it and drop at a particular web element and then release, right? So you have to use this perform after each of these action chains in order to actually perform these web elements so that the web element moves from one location to other. All right. And then let me put some sleep there so that we can see everything properly, that it has worked perfectly fine. And then let me create an object of this class, and we'll say dd, create a variable dd, and then we'll simply say drag and drop, and then dd holds the reference of this object, so we can call the methods, and then we'll say dd dot drag and drop. All right, so let's run this and see that everything works perfectly fine. So you can see it is launching the Chrome browser and it should drag and drop, right? So you can see that it has dragged the web element and dropped at a particular location. So this is about dragging and dropping a web element from one particular location to other location. Now if, say for example, we want to drag and drop by the coordinates, okay, so we have also seen that you can drag and drop by the offset. Okay, so let's see how you can do it. So let me minimize this, and instead of dragging and dropping using this, I'll comment it out. What I'll do is I'll say ActionChains driver dot drag and drop by offset, right? And then what we are going to drag is we want to drag element 1, okay? And then where we want to drop it, we want to drop it by the offset. So let's see which location, or what's the location where we want to drop it. So I have this extension here, coordinates. I'll simply click on this and check a particular location, right? So say for example, I want to drop it at 419 by 238. So let's use this 419 by 238. So X offset is 419. And then 238 is the Y offset. All right, so let me run this and see that it works as expected. Sorry, so this won't work because I haven't used dot perform. So you can see that it won't do anything on the screen, right? So let me add dot perform so that it actually performs that particular action. I'll run again, and this time it should. Okay, so there is something wrong. Let me check what it is. All right, so looks like these coordinates, whatever coordinates you are getting, right, it's not. So basically offset, what X and Y offset is how much you want to move in the X axis and the Y axis. So whatever I have specified, so if you see these coordinates, these are the coordinates from this particular location, right? So from this X axis, if you see, if I hover over here, the X axis is at 0 and the Y is at 0. So this is 0 0 at the moment, right? So if I move it at the top, this is 0 0, and as you move along, the X and Y coordinates move along. When we say X and Y offset, we have to basically specify how many pixels this particular web element need to move in the X direction and the Y direction. direction. Okay, so when I specified 419 and 238, it is basically saying from this particular location you move 419 and 419 in the x-axis and 300 whatever number that has been specified in the y direction, which is out of this particular location where you can drag and drop. So we have to make sure whenever we are dragging and dropping and providing x and y offset, it is in the range, right, in this particular area. So let's specify something like 50 and 20 pixel so that we can see that it is within the range and it can actually move. So when we say x and y offset, it's not the actual coordinates that you have to provide. It is the offset from where that particular web element is. From that web element, how much you want to move it in the x direction and how much you want to move it into the y direction. So say for example, I want to move it into 50 pixels in the x direction and 40 in the y direction. Let's see whether it works fine now. So it should open, and this time you can see that it has dragged and dropped at a particular location because that was in the range. All right, so let me maximize this page as well so that you can see everything properly. I'll say driver.maximize window and move this to 100, right? So 100 and say 100. Let's see whether these two coordinates are in range, and this time it should move a little bit further, that particular web element. So that's very important thing to remember. So it will maximize, and you can see it has moved 100 and 100 and at a particular location on the page. All right, so this is very important to understand. When you are using drag and drop by offset, you have to ensure that whatever coordinates you are providing, they are not the actual coordinates that you see on the web element, right? Because these coordinates, if you use this x coordinates, it will show you the actual coordinates from this left hand side, the corner, right? So but this particular web element can't be dropped on any place of this particular page. So the droppable location is only this particular frame here that you see, right? This rectangle. So it has to, the x and y offset have to be in this particular range, and that is why we have changed it to 100 and 100 or any other value, whatever you want to try. Basically make sure that it is in the range, otherwise there won't be any action performed. Okay, so that's all about how you can perform the drag and drop in Selenium using Python. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.